Hello and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today we're doing a little bit of an experiment while we do Leatherworker level 60. I had a very good holiday season, we'll say. Family was very generous this year, and I am now able to play the game in 4K 60 on my desktop, while also simultaneously recording in 1440p 60. The frame rate's not perfect. I'm running at max settings, and oh, actually, it looks perfectly fine. It does dip when we're turning the camera, but also we're in Limsa, so like, there tends to be a lot of people here anyway. So if I look over towards where the people are, yeah, the frame rate's dropping. I'm pretty happy with this. I'm pretty happy with this. Anyways, where are we? We need to go over the other way. Today we're going to be doing Leatherworker level 60. Before we get started on the actual quest though, we've got a couple of things we need to pick up. First of all, as with the other crafting episodes recently, we've been picking up from the script exchange. Going into our master recipes, we're picking up our Master Leatherworker 3. I went ahead and did some grinding for some script off screen, so that I'd have plenty of script to get the rest of the Mastercraft recipe books as we go. Next up, we're going to be heading to Tailfeather. God, I hope this experiment goes well. I would love to be able to keep doing this game in 1440p, because it really does look quite good. Quite good at 4K 60 max settings. And the test recordings I've done at 1440p also look pretty dang good. Alright, let me check my notes real quick. So, we need to do some gathering real quick. Specifically, we're going to be looking into that ethereal reduction thing that I've mentioned a few times. And currently at this time, there should be an ephemeral node over here where we can get our ethereal reduction collectibles. Alright, so as we're going over there, let me start explaining. So, Ethereal Reduction is the second type of collectible you can get in this game. The first type is given to the script exchange, to the collectible appraisers to get script. The second type we use for Ethereal Reduction. Coming on over here, we can find these ephemeral lush vegetation patch. Any of these ephemeral nodes are probably going to have some sort of collectible at them. And the collectibles they have, double checking what exact item we need to get. It sure is not. Teamcraft, why are you not telling me which exact items I need to grab? Hang on, here we go. Pull this up. So yeah, these collectibles from ephemeral nodes will be ethereal reduction collectibles. You can see under the description, reducible yes. If it says reducible yes, then that means it is for ethereal reduction. What we want to do, hold on, pulling it up right now. Thank you, Teamcraft, for finally loading. We want to get peat moss for what we're doing. So, we're going to go in, we're going to do our regular collectible thing. We're going to try and get our collectability up as high as we can. Yeah, do that again. And especially if we can hit that max rating is the ideal. We can then gather as many collectibles as we're able to. And then we can go into our inventory and do ethereal reduction. So what happens with ethereal reduction is it will turn into a variety of items, largely crystals, clusters, and Dawnborn Ether Sand. There are various types of Ether Sand you can find. Generally, there's going to be a few different sources of each type of Ether Sand, and there's many, many types of Ether Sands. These Ether Sands are going to be necessary components for basically all endgame crafting from here on. So, we very much want to pick up this Ether Sand. It's going to be a very, very useful crafting material. For today, we just need 2 Dawnborn Ether Sand, which we can get from peat moss. There's also mining spots and fishing spots that can give those. I would highly recommend looking up resources online for where you can find the particular Ether Sands. Actually, real quick, it would have been in this category, peat moss. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we can tell which things it reduces into. And the ether sand itself won't tell us. So you're probably going to want to check online resources. Teamcraft's a good one. The various fan wikis are also good resources for finding out where you can find the various types of ether sand that you may need. But now that we have it, let's go take care of our leatherworking quest for the day. And I'm sorry, I'm just taking a peek again. 50? Really? Rude. Okay, well, all things considered, I'm stressing my computer pretty hard. It's doing pretty dang well. Elde's eyes are shining with ambition. Satora, my business is on the cusp of great growth. I can feel it. Elde, your business is threefold larger than when we met. How could you possibly expand it more than you already have? With a commission of great size, armor for the Temple Knights. Until now, the Holy Sea's own craftsman made all of it, but not any longer. Strange you should mention that, actually. There are calls within the Order to create a more mobile band of knights. They ought to be discussing what armor will let them move swiftly and silently. Aha, if they choose leather, just think of the rewards we shall reap. But how did you know to come to know the inner workings of the Order? For that matter, why do you spend your every free moment here? Who are you, Master Hortefochel? Sir Hortefochel, if you must know, I'm a Temple Knight, a currently homeless Temple Knight. My wife, kindly soul that she is, threw me out. Even that leather bag did not soothe her savage temper, so I've taken a cheap room at Cloud9 and wander the town by day. Which is partially because I am charged with supplying the Order. I've been looking into leather armor and have heartily suggested it, but I'm alone in saying so, and my voice carries little weight. It's customary for the Order to armor itself in plate and chainmail. Simply put, no one will give that up in favor of leather. But the Wood Whalers and the God's Quiver have long used leather armor. Surely that is proof enough of its worth. Well, had anticipated some opposition, I drew up a letter to ask Guildmaster Jiva's advice on selling leather armor. Could you take it to her and explain the situation, Satora? In the meantime, Sir Hortefochel and I will discuss how best to approach the Order. Alright then, on to Gridania. That's a rather irritating bit of stubbornness we're having to deal with, but it's Ishgard, so is anybody surprised? I do apologize, this one is a little bit weird since I am carefully monitoring the performance of everything. I did do test recordings on my own, and it seemed to work fine. But I'm just trying to be extra certain as we go. It seems like it's working well enough that I'll probably keep doing this going forward. I might tweak some settings. I don't know if I'm going to keep playing 4K 60. I might drop the game's resolution to 1440p and record and keep recording at 1440p. Just because tossing both gameplay and recording together is stressing it quite a bit, but it looks like it's doing fine. Satora, I haven't heard a peep from Elde or you. I take it the two of you have worked out a deal. A very good deal, though we need a little bit of assistance. An envelope addressed to Jiva, Guildmaster of the Leatherworkers Guild in Gridania. Elde is printed in small letters in the lower right corner on the reverse side. I'm not gonna question it. I think I know what the joke is, but I might also be entirely wrong. Well, it sounds as if you've used your time well enough, and getting a commission for the Temple Knights would be a feather in Elde's cap. However, I don't see why you need my help selling this idea. You know leather armor is light and flexible. The Knights likewise know plate mail is heavy and stiff. That should be enough. If the Order is choosing metal because they think it protects them better, then you provide them proof to the contrary. Simple, no? Ah, and should they want precedence, tell them of Ciceroi Pondifo. He was a leather worker who visited from the Holy See in the time of my grandfather. Ciceroy, though skilled in his own right, needed Gridanian expertise to craft armor impervious to pincers, stingers, claws, and fangs. With the Guildmaster's help, he succeeded. To this day, no one has devised a better leather hardening technique. It's used in every suit of armor for the Wood Whalers and the God's Quiver. You have inherited it as a pupil of mine, in fact. Well, there you have it. Win the commission with that tale of friendship between nations. Failing that, fashion a suit of armor with your customary care and demonstrate its effectiveness. Now, are you quite finished wasting my time? Yes, Jiva. Back we go. Also, interesting difference between PC and PlayStation. Controller is actually more sensitive on the joystick on PlayStation. Sorry, on PC. On PlayStation, there's a bit more of a dead zone when holding forward. So you have to actually hold a bit more to the diagonal to actually start going diagonally. But that dead zone isn't present on PC for some reason. It's a little strange, but whatever. Alright, Elde. Good news! Jiva has complete confidence in us, and gave us a little story that may help as well. And Gerhardt's here. Ah, good, you've arrived just in time for the meeting. Meeting? Pay no mind to me, I'm just waiting for Elde to get in that shipment she promised. Okay, you don't need to keep playing coy. Welcome back, Satora. We were just about to begin our discussion. I raised the issue of leather armor with the other knights, but not a man among them will give up his plate mail. Moreover, someone brought the same idea to the Order years ago and was dismissed on the basis of tradition. Heavens know I care deeply for tradition, but now isn't the time. The calamity has changed us, changed everything, and we cannot pretend otherwise. Just look at the weather. A good point, Gerhardt. It's cold now and like to get colder. Wearing woolen tunics underneath plate mail is a cumbersome affair. Leather armors offer more warmth and greater ease of movement. I don't think that alone will be enough, though. Satora, what did Guildmaster Jiva have to say? Well, I talked to her about probably the exact same guy who brought the idea forth a few generations back. So our ideal armor will be slightly thicker for warmth and bear the brunt of even a behemoth's attack. But such as possible, yes? I think I can handle that. An Ishgardian came up with this, eh? We'll add to that the fact that the Wood Whalers and God's Quiver use this technique still, and maybe we'll make the sale. Sorry, what did you say the name of the artisan was? Ciceroy Pondifo? Good heavens, Elde's grandsire! I've seen his name in our records. He was the one who brought leather armor before the Temple Knights and left for Gridania after being turned down. We must get this commission. My grandsire left me little save one set of designs for leather armor. They've always been beyond my skills to craft, but I dare say you could manage it. You know the technique he spent his life perfecting, Satora. Please, use it to fashion his chivalric long coat of aiming. I have a feeling this will be a sight to see. Alright, let's get crafting. Crafting log, let's see, it's going to be in our Mastercraft 3. And it's going to be, where are you? Chivalric long coat of aiming. Looking at our raw materials, we're going to need 9 Amphitheater skin, 3 dark chestnut logs, 5 chimera manes, 1 fleece, 1 effervescent water, 1 rock salt, 10 Aurum Regia sand, 2 gold ore, 4 deep eye tears, 2 mistil, 1 volcanic rock salt, 2 dawnborn ether sand. How do I have so much? 2 earth clusters, 1 wind cluster, 15 earth crystals, 5 lightning crystals, 2 water shards, 10 wind crystals, 4 water crystals. Let's get crafting. Alright, pull out my macro, which should be the correct one, updated. I forgot to double check that the macro was the same between PlayStation and PC. God, I hope it's the correct one. It should be. Well, quality maxed out, so it's probably fine. Thank goodness it worked. Got pulled away for a moment while we were crafting by a cat yelling at me. Alright, Elde, I have your chivalric longcoat. Here's hoping it's enough. Have you had any difficulty reading my grandsire's notes, Satora? I'll admit the squiggles are hard to decipher. I've got it right here. Gods above, this armor is more splendid than I could have imagined. Every stitch is careful, precise, and yet it has the same sense of warmth as my grandfather's work. He was praised as a genius, so revolutionary were his designs, but he had no sense for business and died having never lived up to his potential. I chose to become a merchant because of that. Quality and craftsmanship are important, but they mean nothing if a product never reaches the customer. I'll never be as equal as a leatherworker, but I can serve the people in ways he never could. My dream is a shop in every town, with each delivering fine goods to those who need them. And I can only do that if we succeed today. Come, let us go before the Temple Knights and triumph where grandfather failed. They will receive us at the light feather proving grounds. I'll go ahead with Sir Ortifochel. Meet us there, my friend. Alright then, on we go to the proving grounds. Oh good, everybody's arrived. We should be good to go then. Just leave the selling to me, Satora. Best of luck. Not bad on me, eh? Now let us see if we can sell 100 sets of the order. As you say, Mistress Elde, we do suffer from the ever-present snows. I also do not deny that a number of my knights have succumbed to frostbite and their metal armor was a factor. But even so, few amongst us would trust our lives to the strength of leather. Then allow us to put your worries to rest, Sir Handaloop. What do you say to that display, Commander? Mayhap there's merits in leather armor after all. I think it would serve well for scouting and stealth. We will continue our talks later, though I ask you give me some time. The Order has never gone outside the Holy See for its armor. But I give you my word that my knights will don your leathers. Sir Handaloop, you have my sincerest thanks. I need no thanks, Mr. Elde. Sir Ortifochel's armor protected him, and that is proof enough for me. Tell me, who crafted it? Satora, my lord, a leatherworker of incomparable skill. I had not known you were so skilled an artisan, madam, but great talent must never go unrecognized. I will personally see that it does not. Satora, I'm a step closer to my dreams thanks to you. Well, let us return to my store. The place will grow busier and busier from here onwards. Alright, glad to see that was such a success. Gotta say, yeah, you may have confidence in the leather, but that doesn't mean it's not terrifying to get attacked by a bear. His smug face just falling into despair at, oh wait, shit, I have to get hit by this bear. Very, very funny. Alright, it went well, everyone. Good work. Ha! We're unstoppable, and all thanks to you, Satora. Pay no you still won't give us anything. I could not have done this without you, my friends. But what a strange chain of events. Elde, your grandsire, ventured to Gridania, where he planted the seeds of his technique, and the flowers that bloomed from them returned to Ishgard in Satora's hands. We were fantastically lucky. Perhaps we were, Master Gerhardt, but luck means little without skill and effort. I have greater dreams for my shop yet, and I'll achieve them only by striving harder. Knowing how hard you strive, my dear, I think I'd better start rebuilding my storehouses as proper workshops. Satora, thank you again. My grandsire's technique returned with you to Ishgard, and I will see that my own craftsmen put it to good use. Well, you have the Temple Knights clamoring for leather armor. They would like the name of the artisan. The artisan's name? Why, I have a splendid idea about that. I'm going to build new workshops, and I'm planning to put your name on the signs outside. Just as Fenil is known in Gridania, so too shall your name become a brand, and a new standard of excellence, Satora. Oh god, please no. I don't need that kind of fame. Especially if it's not me actually crafting it. Alright, that completes Leatherworker for Heavensward. The next quest will come in Stormblood. Alright, let's finish off for today with our collectible. No, not housing furniture. We're going here. Rarefied serpent skin hats. For our materials, we need 6 amphitheater skins, 2 dark chestnut logs, 3 stalks of Rami, 4 flax, 2 Abelathian spring water, 2 Abelathian mistletoe, 3 gold ore, 1 copper ore, 16 earth crystals, 8 wind crystals, 9 lightning crystals, 2 lightning shards, 5 water crystals. And for the recipe tree, we didn't go over the recipe tree for the coat. We'll go over that in a moment. We're going to be making 2 amphitheater leather, 2 Rami thread, into 2 Rami thread, 1 linen yarn into 1 Rami cloth, 2 hollowed water, and then combine those into 1 hollowed Rami cloth, and then combine some gold ore and copper into rose gold nuggets, and that'll let us make our serpent skin hats. Let's get crafting. Then once this is done, we can go hand it in for script and call it good for the day. Yeah, continuing to monitor performance, no frame drops. The video quality looks to be coming out pretty good, though I will only be able to check that thoroughly when I'm editing. Though, what I'm seeing right now indicates it is probably going to be perfectly fine. As for my actual computer, it's taken a bit of a load, but like, it's handling it all pretty well. Like, the frame rate is dropping a little bit in-game, which is not ideal, but it's fine. Ideally, I'd like a solid 60 frames a second. I value frame rate over quality usually, but like, I won't deny 4K looks pretty dang good. I'll allow frame drops. I might drop from max settings to turn on dynamic resolution. I might also look into other minor things that might help improve frame rate without having too much of an impact on the graphical fidelity. I'll be experimenting with this for a while until I find a nice, good balance. Alright, let us go hand in this collectible. And again, it's not like the PS5 version doesn't also drop its frame rate, especially in busy areas. And actually, right before starting recording today, I actually did test experimenting with different graphical settings. And they didn't seem to have that much of an impact on the frame rate. We might be a little bit more CPU bound. Maybe the game's just not making great use of multi-threading. Who knows? Anyways, we got our script, and we're gonna call that good for today. Next time on Final Fantasy XIV, I believe we are moving on to weaving. Okay, yeah, no, that's actually dropping quite a few frames. I'm gonna have to tweak some settings. But yeah, next time we're gonna be doing weaving. I'll be doing some crafting off screen to finish up the crafting log for up to level 60. Not too many to craft, mostly just boots. Also going to be doing some Mastercraft 3, namely anything up to item level 150. Yeah, I'm going to tweak some settings on my own as well. Hopefully that will help with improving performance slightly. I think it came out pretty well, but we'll see. I will see everyone next time for weaving.